sole purpose of talking about the Call of Duty Black Ops for March 26 update that was announced by Treyarch today. So they had this interview and lots of secret previews into the game and the changes that they're going to make in the next update. And I think the update is going to be applicable tomorrow. कल से शुरू होगी update आना. Obviously it's going to be sort of a one by one thing. It's going to be a wave of updates. People will be getting the prompt to get updated from time to time. So it's going to be variable between regions. So what do they have? Primarily दो तीन चीजें. एक तो Ancient Evil is the new zombie mode that they have they're presenting it, and dusra there's like some little changes to Blackout, but I think they are major changes in terms of gameplay. और वो है क्या? Ancient Evil का तो मतलब I'm not a very big zombies fan and I don't play it a lot, but I've tried it. There was one time in like the first Black Ops my zombie mode that well, but the Ancient Evil I've seen the if you go and check with Treyarch काफी मजेदार है उसका सारा जो उन्होंने gameplay बनाया है और जो उसका सारा graphics है और जो story mode. You go in and then there's this whole story going on where you get sort of there's crazy zombies coming from everywhere and you're killing them, and so new zombie characters, those skeletons, and the big bosses and everything. Khair, so Blackout, yes, some major changes to Blackout is Pella is the EMP. So they have introduced the EMP. I don't know exactly what kind of a tactical equipment that's going to be, but it's definitely really going to change the way we play. How is that going to be? It's because it's going to be able to deactivate or stall vehicles, as well as mesh mines, and as well as your red dots, other electrical equipment. It's going to turn all of that off, and they're still working on the radius of that EMP because that's really going to affect the game. So EMP भाइयों बड़ा मज़ेदार होगा. Blackout में देखना पड़ेगा कि EMP से गेम कैसे चेंज होती है. It's going to be a big game changer. अब अगर कोई गाड़ी annoying सी फिर रही है और वो आप शूट भी नहीं कर पा रहे उसको, and he's just going around and around and he's just running people from your team over. You just have to fire that EMP. You use EMP if one of you has it, and then that you can deactivate the car. Or maybe if it comes into that vicinity where you've used the EMP or planted the EMP device, it's probably going to stall, and you're going to get that guy to his surprise. They have also introduced the Sparrow, which is the bow and arrow from Black Ops 3. I'm sure everybody knows about it. I have not played Black Ops 3 enough to know about it, but I think it's an amazing weapon. They have introduced it, and it's only available in airdrops and probably special stashes. So you can't just आपको हर जगह नहीं मिल रहा होगा वो कि you just go into a building and वहाँ पे पड़ा होगा. ऐसा नहीं है. It's not going to be lying around in buildings, and you can't just loot it. You can only find it in airdrops. So it's just like the Purifier, where it's only available in airdrops or special stashes. Yeah, the Sparrow, it will come with 10 arrows, explosives, and that's it. So with a limited ammo capacity. Then they've also introduced the hammer, which is pretty powerful. So it's a melee weapon. And you can probably find that around just like the Bowie knife. And another interesting thing is there's going to be a cumulative damage in the collapse from now on. So in the start, maybe not in the start of the circle, like the starting part of it, where the outside collapse is like the first time it starts moving. लेकिन अगर आप सर्कल के अंदर इन द लास्ट फ्यू सर्कल की जो कोलैप्स की मूवमेंट्स हैं उसके अंदर है, you're not going to be able to survive. It's a game changer. You can't just put the medic perk on, or what else is there, there's a medic perk, and then there is the what is it, there's one where you can actually survive for longer in the collapse, for example. But yeah, so what's going to happen is that people can't just stay outside in the collapse and snipe you from there and just spend more time over there. So जो उसका जो वो है, they can't, basically what they're saying is they can't out heal you, and they can't just stay in the collapse for that much longer now, from now on. So last few movements of the circle, the last few movements of the contraction of the collapse, you won't be able to survive at all. It's a game changer, and if you are outside there, you're going to die. So you do not try it anymore, because it's not going to work. Probably to the dismay of people who were doing it a lot, or to I'm sure the people who were getting killed from outside the zone, and who were not used to playing like that sort of a tactical game, which is kind of unfair. I mean, the whole idea of the collapse is to come outside, like to stay away from it. But if you're like, obviously there's a visibility factor, nobody can see you, so you can just be in those shadows and start killing people. Anyway, so, and then there is a big change, or a big new thing, which is going to be the ambush. So they're bringing everybody's favorite ambush, the second session or the second season, or the 2.0 of ambush. I loved ambush. It was all sniping and melee, but now in ambush they have they were looking at the feedback and people who were playing and what they were saying about it. So उन्होंने क्या किया, they're going to introduce shotguns in ambush from now, and they've taken away ATVs, निकाल दिए, and they've taken away the Arabs, and they've also taken away the can't get the game. They've also taken away the SDM rifle. So no more SDM, no more ATVs, no more Arabs in the ambush mode when it arrives. And there's definitely, like I mentioned, shotguns here, and the 4x scope is, you will find more of the 4x scope. It will be more readily available everywhere in the loot. Another big change is the after action report. Right after you're done with the game, win or lose, there's this screen which shows you your performance, how many kills you got, how much damage, how many merit points you got. So they've changed that, and very interestingly, what they're doing is they have changed it so that it actually gives you feedback from the last game that you've played. So that's amazing. I mean, I would love to find out what my weaknesses were. So maybe there's going to be this chart, just like PUBG, after action report, where they tell you how much you've survived, how much you've healed, and it's sort of a chart, so you can just see it in a visual form rather than just numbers and just bars. So I want to see that, and I want to see if it's going to make me work on other parts of my game. Okay, and another interesting part, not the most important part, is that what they're trying to do is what they're working on very hard, and they're going to introduce this in this next update, is that they want to take off the text messages that they use. जो text messages आते हैं, जो collapse का message आता है, वो सारा, they want to change that to from appearing as text on the HUD to maybe some sort of a sound through some audio. So there's going to be this sound that we will get accustomed to, and we will know, oh, so the collapse has started moving again. That way you won't be able to you won't be distracted from the game, or for example, if you're like you have a sniper and you're scoping on someone, or you're trying to shoot at the enemy, and then there's this text message appearing right in front of you, it's going to distract you. So what they're trying to do is they're going to use audio and maybe some color scheme to let you know what's going on, that the collapse has started to move, or the airdrop is coming in. So there won't be any more वो कह रहे हैं कि हम लोग ब्लैकआउट के एक्सपीरियंस को एक नए लेवल पर लेकर जाना चाह रहे हैं और दे वर लाइक ऑब्वियसली दिस वाज लाइक द फर्स्ट टाइम एंड इट्स बीन लाइक 5.5 months since blackout came out, and what they're going to do, I'm expecting in not like in due time. I think there's going to be, obviously, like everybody would probably expect, new maps coming in and new modes coming in, probably something like 50 versus 50, sort of a war going on. So I'm really looking forward to what Blackout has to offer. I'm not a big multiplayer. Obviously, this is sort of what I call a beta version or a beta update, because what they're trying to do is वो देखेंगे कि हम feedback क्या आता है और उसके अंदर क्या glitches आ रहे हैं, क्या चीज़ें, तो it's going to obviously get repeatedly updated, but they're also going to keep on working on the dynamics of the changes that they're making, and they might just keep on adjusting them, because they won't really find out until unless the whole thing comes into the field, and they end up finding exactly how it plays out and what are the problems that are occurring because of that. Because in the lab, their team playing it and trying it out is a very different thing than people in the whole world, playing that. So पता तब चलेगा जब वो सारे changes हमारे पास आएंगे और हमारा feedback होगा, obviously, वो जो बड़ी पार्टी है, जो players है, जो public है. So stay tuned. I think we can expect कल कोई updates will start tomorrow, and we'll have to obviously get that update, and hopefully it's going to be a good change. So since I didn't get a game and we couldn't see any action, but I was just talking, so what I'm going to do is this is live, but once I get this on upload, I'm going to edit this. I'm going to show you what Treyarch has shared overall, and the people and some excerpts from their interviews, what they've been talking about in terms of the changes in this next update, which is the March 26th update. That's what they call it. So signing off, Grim Ripper. Thank you so much, and subscribe, and please like and comment and give me your feedback. It's a new channel. It's a fairly new channel. I'm still working on it. There might be problems here and there. You might see the sign where you won't be able to see the picture or the broadcast issues. I'm working on the hardware. It's a process, guys. It's a learning curve, and